It's so easy. It's so simple. Everything that is meant for you, all that you truly desire, all that you're meant to become, it's effortless. And this is the truth that you know without a doubt, without any of the struggle and headache and hustle and hard work that the world says is required for it, but you know it directly, tangibly, as the truth of who you are when you're in alignment. Because success is inevitable. Failure is an illusion when you come into alignment and the knowing of your true self. And you can take my word for it, but you're better off seeing it directly for yourself, sensing it firsthand, knowing it from your direct experience, which is, I am. It is the fact that you exist. It is that eternal lottery ticket of your beingness, of your consciousness, that undisputable, undeniable fact that you're aware, that you are. Not this or that, not becoming, not getting anywhere, but just the simple truth that you are. I am. And you see, when you move through life in alignment, in awareness of that background, unchanging, timeless, boundless, limitless abundance that you are, you allow life and its infinite intelligence to guide you. And it directs you on the path of least resistance. It nudges you into directions that you would otherwise be overlooking when you're looking from the mind, when you're seeing from that point of separation, when you're identified with that smaller self, which is born of separation, which exists in duality, which is over here trying to get there, not enough, not having what it needs, and needing to accumulate, needing to struggle, needing to earn, right? Needing all of these things in order to be whole. But that's all for looking from a place of separation, from a place of being a consumer. That's looking from the place of lack and limitation. And that is what the world has programmed us to identify with. That is what society has conditioned us to believe is who we are. And that's why we need to go on this journey. That's why we need to take time and effort in order to earn our living, in order to get by in life, in order to pay the bills, in order to be a good person, in order to become all that we're meant to become by the standards of others. But you see, when you have one eye inward and one eye outward, and you hold fast to the truth of your true self, that timeless, eternal, changeless being that is always already freedom itself, creativity itself, abundance itself, connection, peace, joy, love, everything that you want, underlying everything that you think you want is the truth of yourself, which is hiding in plain sight. It's right under your nose. And that's why when you can have one eye inward, realizing, recognizing, accepting, knowing that self that you are always, then where you're going is already coming from where you're coming from. You see, when you're coming from the wholeness, the abundance, the abundance, the unconditional love, the causeless joy of your beingness, because that is the recognition, the awareness that you are holding in your consciousness, then anywhere you go, doesn't matter whether it's right or left or up or down or forward or backward, or all of these ideas of profit or loss or mistake or right or better or worse, all of these dual concepts completely fall away, because you are undeniably, undoubtedly on the path that is your own. And again, you can take my word for it, but you can know it directly, tangibly for your own self, from your own direct experience. When you feel that wholeness, that completeness, that welling up of joy and love and the totality, the simultaneity, the unity of yourself. Because then even that one eye that is facing outward, seeing a world and others and circumstances and seemingly outer, external appearances, you come to know that it is not outer or external. It is but a reflection, an outward pressing, a mirage of yourself. And so therefore, even that one eye outward starts to notice that it's all one. It is all non-dual, not two. It is all you. And you see, so for a time, that inner guidance of looking one eye inward and navigating the world, so to speak, with one eye outward, at some point you just completely surrender and turn inward, and you trust yourself so deeply, so wholly, you know yourself so completely that everything that you encounter is known directly to be you. And then there's no resistance. There's no hesitation. There's no doubt. There's no disbelief. There's no distrust. There's no outsourcing. There's no blaming. There's no shaming. There's no judging, because any judgment whatsoever of anyone or anything is a judgment of yourself. And you've come so completely into the knowing and the recognition that there is no separation between you and anything that you perceive. And therefore you are in love with life, because you are in love with yourself. And when you fall so deeply in love, and I'll even just remove yourself or life, when you're just so deeply in love, a causeless, unconditional love, which has no bounds, no terms, no reason, no logic, when it is so deep, so profound, so true, so unwavering, you are free, you are rich, you are complete. And from that place, you are unstoppable. And that is your birthright, because that is always already what you are. It's just that when you make it conscious, when you align with it, it becomes undeniable, inevitable. And when you practice this, when you make this your duty in life, your sole purpose, your calling, which is the one root purpose that we all have, underlying the relative inspirations and creative expressions and roles that we play, which are all individually a part of our blueprint as our purpose. But all of those are streamlined. All of those are expedited, accelerated, infused with infinite intelligence and inspiration and authenticity when you are in alignment with who you truly are, which is not time-bound, not space-constrained, not lacking anything, not limited by anything. And that knowing of that true self that you are is what informs and directs and guides your day-to-day experience in your creative expressions, in your business, in your life, in your relationships, navigating the world with wisdom and love and the infinite intelligence of your true self. And that's when you get out of your own way. That's when the ego just becomes quiet. That's when the mind becomes still. That's when everything that throws you off your center becomes another gift, another opportunity to recognize who you truly are and to let go of everything that you're not. And this is the way of alignment. And this is the way to true success. Success that is yours, success on your terms, and the richness and the abundance and the connection and the love and the joy that is already within you, that wants to manifest itself into your reality, that wants to be the reflection of the world and your relationships and everything around you. When you take that eye and look back and see who you truly are and come into complete and utter acceptance of the fact that you exist, and that is the priceless currency. It is the authenticity that is infused into every action, every inspired action that comes from that eternal, unending wealth spring within you. And this is the premise, this is the foundation of my Aligned Creator Blueprint, which is a less than 50-page guidebook, which is the unpacking of yourself, the undoing, the unraveling of the illusions, of the limitations, of who you're not, to come back into alignment with who you truly are in every aspect of your life, especially in your work or your business, or in your creative expressions, or in your art forms, in the service that you offer, in the calling that you're stepping into, which is your way of abundance. Not something that you need to earn, but something that you need to own, something that you need to express, something that is already within you that wants to be birthed. And you see, when you go through this process and you uncover through these prompts and these questions and through this content in this book, you come out the other end with a blueprint, your blueprint, which is why it is successful, which is why it will be your abundance, which is why it will feel true and fulfilling, because it is in alignment. And if you want to have access to this guidebook, the Aligned Creator Blueprint, comment creator down below and I'll send you a link, because the pre-sale phase is about to end in a couple of days. It's launching this week and it's 33% off. It'll never be cheaper than it is now. And this is the final call. If you want to get it as cheap as it will ever be, it's less than $30. And I think this may be the beginning of a whole new trajectory for you, a path of least resistance for you, the life that was meant for you. And if you're already on that track, I'm sure it will accelerate it for you. So again, if you want to have access to this Aligned Creator Blueprint, comment creator down below and I'll send you a link.